morning everyone, welcome to my cooking channel. I'm really delighted to be here on the 1st of April. Spring is here and I wish that the computers could capture the smell. The smell in my kitchen this morning is absolutely amazing. For years people have been encouraging me to go on MasterChef and I've kind of held off. I'm just quite a modest kind of person. But for 25 years I've been honing my skills here in the kitchen. The last 25 years my family have been treated to some of the most amazing ready meals you could ever experience. And so today I wanted to share a traditional dish with you. Something that's simple but complicated, something that's hard but it's soft, something that's fancy but it's also plain. Actually takes quite a bit of skill to put this together. Some people think it's easy. It's not as easy as they think. You have to remember the ingredients, you have to remember the flavours, you have to bring the flavours out. So today we're going to be making Weetabix and I'm really excited about it. Actually, where to begin with this is it's really important that you know the history of the food. I hate people who eat pasta and don't experience the culture and stuff like that of Italy. You have to know the background to the food, and there's a particular background to Weetabix that I'm sure you'll all know. It originates from the Highlands of Scotland, and many years ago there were two clans. There was the McWheatas and the other clan was the Bix. Now there's a lot of confusion in history. A lot of people think they were called Picts. They were not called Picts, they were called Bix. And these two families used to fight, but out of that feud there came a young couple who loved one another, got married, and they formed the clan Weetabix. And over the years they honed their skills and came up with this particular dish. So let me show you how to make this. Let me just start here. Karen, where's the Weetabix? Alright, I've got it. Okay, so here we go. This is the Weetabix. As you can see, notice the box. It's streamlined, it's aerodynamic, and what's really important is to avoid fakes when it comes to Weetabix. There are some people who will remain anonymous called the Paddens who use Wheaties. Now, Wheaties are a fake. Don't be fooled. They're not the same. Don't let them fool you. And for many years the Paddens have been using Wheaties, which really is not the real thing. After all, my motto is, why settle for a Qashqai when you can have an Oris? You can have the real thing. So the next thing you have is the wrapper. So dig deep inside. Now this is the awkward part. Be very careful with this, taking this out. So let's take out the wrapper. Now we come to the heart of the Weetabix. Part of the skill is in being able to unwrap the Weetabix. Now I spent 3 years at cookery school learning how to do this, and what you have to do is you have to slightly tear it. Now don't be discouraged if you make a mess of this. I know it can be absolutely devastating if you get this wrong. Just remember that famous phrase, if at first you don't succeed, give up. After all, if you can't do this, you're going to be a failure for the rest of your life. So let's take out the Weetabix and just put them gently into the plate without making a mess. So here we go. This is how we start. Looks, smells great, looking really good. And what you have to do now is make some decisions. Decisions are all part of life, and this is where you have to make some decisions here. So some people on their Weetabix like to put yoghurt. So some people like a bit of yoghurt over their Weetabix. Personally, that's not my cup of tea. It sounds a bit too healthy for me. Some people prefer fruit. So if you like a bit of fruit on your Weetabix, you can do that. Personally, I like Kit Kats. I think it's much better to put a Kit Kat on your Weetabix. Gives it a bit more flavour, and you can experience a bit more of that full-bodiedness coming out. Now the next thing is milk. When it comes to milk, this is where the real test comes. There are different types of milk. So there's the full fat milk. So if you're not worried about your weight and you want to end up a big fat pudding, you can have full fat milk. That's really good. Then there's a semi-skilled. The semi-skilled is for those who want to feel a bit healthy. And then there's a skilled, and the skilled milk is really just for weird people. It's really just for them. The other thing is that there's a group of people called gluten-free. So there's a gluten-free brigade. Now, the gluten-free brigade, quite honestly, are a bit awkward. This is a group that originates from the north of Scotland, the Isle of Lewis, and they tend to be a group of walkers. And to be honest, they just expect everything for free. They won't budge when it comes to paying for gluten. They won't sacrifice for gluten. They're just a bit awkward. So, back to our Weetabix. So, here's one I prepared earlier. So, we just take our milk. You'll notice that I'm using the semi-skilled milk. Pouring it on. And up in the cupboard I've got a Kit Kat that I forgot to take out that I will be adding to this. Now, judging how much milk is a real skill. It took me 4 years to get this right, because you don't want it too dry and you don't want it too soggy. You just want it right. There we go. Pour it in, get a spoon, and you're all ready to go. You can bash it, you can work out your anger on it, you can hit it, squash it down, have a taste. That is like nothing else. I'm sure you'll really appreciate the taste. So that's that. Just want to tell you, you can subscribe to my channel. It's only £50 a week. My bank details are 104-2020. I hope you have a great day. Bye. Karen, where's that Slimming World ready meal?